I want to talk about this article I just read about Tesla, literally right as we were in the our pre-show. Because Terrance, you had some thoughts on it, but let me just put it out here. Tesla has decided that they're going to, after 8 years of owning a Tesla, start charging you for connectivity. So up until this point, that connectivity was free for the basic connectivity simply by owning a Tesla. If you buy a Tesla after July 20th, however, you only now get 8 years. So I wanted to, kind of throw that out to you guys, but also I want to piggyback on this story from a week or so ago, where BMW is, they're charging, and this is not here in the States yet, and I don't know if it'll ever get here based off of the amount of feedback and fallout that they got from this. But there are places in the world where BMW actually charges for things that are built into your car to actually be enabled. For example, the heating elements in seats. So if you want to have heated seats, you literally need to pay them not a one-time charge. You need to pay them a subscription monthly to have heated seats. So it seems like as we move into the future and we get more into EVs, and the BMW thing is not even on EVs, that's just on regular cars, that you're going to have a car note and you're going to have a lease note when you think about all the services that you have to have turned on, or that you would like to have turned on in order to enjoy the whip that you just paid full price for. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
So I want to make sure I understand in the Tesla story, is this, they will eventually, after 8 years of owning the vehicle, they're going to switch to where you have to pay to use their charger network, or
no.
You're going to have to.
So basically, your car has wireless connectivity all the time when you have a Tesla, where they're pushing updates, they're pushing firmware, they're pushing all that kind of stuff in real time all the time. Up until a couple of days ago, that was the case on, if you just had a Tesla, this was always the case for it. Now they're saying after 8 years, we're going to start charging you a monthly fee or a yearly fee in order to continue to get the connectivity to get the updates and all that kind of stuff for the car.
And see, I'm just skimming this because I was wondering about, would I be able to still drive my car without it? And my first guess is probably. However, will I sacrifice safety 8 years from now if I refuse to pay for this? Like, if I really just bought a Tesla because I thought I liked the design, I thought it was a good car, well-made car, and I want an electric vehicle as opposed to getting a Chevy Volt or a Leaf or whatever, and I just want this Tesla, and I don't want to pay for this subscription because I don't care about being able to play Xbox inside my car or, get all the latest bells and whistles. Will the functionality of the vehicle itself and the safety of the vehicle be compromised if I don't continue to pay for the updates? That would be my question.
According to this story, it says standard service is the lower of the two connectivity tiers that Tesla offers. It offers navigation, but lacks live traffic, video streaming, and other features from the premium tier, which already costs $99 per year. Most people upgrade to the premium features, so this won't be a massive change for many buyers. So just reading that sentence or paragraph, it sounds like no. If you just said, no, I don't want to pay for nothing outside of me purchasing the vehicle, only thing you're going to lose is some video streaming, like you said, play Xbox and watch Netflix and get live traffic, which Waze, Google Maps, CarPlay, Android Auto, you plug your phone up to your Tesla, which, if I recall, there was a story a couple of weeks ago where Musk said he was mulling over the idea of allowing or adding CarPlay to Tesla. So if that's the case and that does go through, all I got to do is hook my phone up and then I've got my live traffic. I've got my, weather if I need it, video streaming. I could get that right over my phone, provided that the carrier don't hit me with those data caps we talked about in the previous story. But to answer your question, no, it doesn't seem like you're going to be missing on any essential things if you don't pay for it.
If there's a firmware update, though, and I'm not paying for connectivity past 8 years, am I going to get that update?
I would assume they have to offer that, wouldn't they? Because
I was thinking kind of the same thing.
Vehicle operation.
if it's like a recall type thing, so
Right.
um like this, it came out 40 minutes before we're live on the air, so so there's probably more that's going to be written about this, and we can maybe revisit it in next week's show or something like that. But my gut would tell me if there's like, oh, we found this with the battery, and if you don't do this, your battery is at risk of blowing up, then I think Tesla's going to figure out a way to push that out, or at least have it to where there's a recall. You now have to take your car to the service center, and maybe they do the firmware update when you actually bring the car in, like you would on any other car that doesn't have all these wireless updates that are being pushed out to it. So, as the things that they probably are not going to give you for free after 8 years, if it's just maps, if it's just stuff like that, if it's just new features that your car didn't come with, I'm not terribly bothered by that. Where I do have an issue, and Earth, or at least America, had issues when they saw this BMW story. So I'm going to buy the car. I'm paying full price for the car. The car comes with heating elements in my seats, but unless I give you more money every month, you're not going to enable them. You're actually going to, you're basically going to govern actual hardware in my vehicle. I have a problem with that because my car would have cost less if I wouldn't have had those things in it. If you're going to just build like, one car, if you're going to go the Southwest model to where there's just one model of car, every car is the same, but based off of your preferences, you can turn this on, you can turn that on, and then we're going to charge you accordingly based on that. I have a problem with it because I could not have the heating elements, and my car should cost a little bit less. I cannot have the heated steering wheel, and my car should cost a little bit less.
Well, are you making the assumption that you can't do that? Opt out of the car seats, the heated car seats altogether? So I'm assuming right now, when you quote unquote option a vehicle, you can choose the heated and cooled leather seats. You can choose the leather wrap steering wheel, and you can choose the premium sound system and things like that, right? So my point was, what the point I was going to get to is, I'm not really bothered by this, only because heated car seats and cooled car seats is a very niche thing that I don't think many people use. I was going to use myself for example. I've got a car that's got heated and cooled front seats. I can count on 3 fingers how many times I use them joints. Right.
So you live in Atlanta now. Apparently, you don't remember when you lived in Indianapolis, when you lived in Indiana. It gets cold up here, man. Heated seats are a thing where I'm at.
And my mama and my daddy made me go out and start the car, and we had to wait an extra 5 minutes until the car heated up, and we climbed in. Right. Even down here in Atlanta, humidity's crazy. It's hot in a mug down here. I can count on 3 or 4 fingers how many times I've used the cool seats. It's like a novelty niche thing. Now, it could be a slippery slope to where they're like, all right, well, let's try heated seats, and then let's move into the heated steering wheel.
Why is that even something that can be controlled? Like,
it's got a computer
like
chip
you said. But how? I don't think that's right. I think I agree with Rob in the fact that this is hardware. This is an option I bought specifically and paid extra for in this vehicle. This hardware does this thing. Like, turning it on and off, it's not costing the car company anything. Anytime I turn that thing on and off, I'm just flipping a switch. It's costing me more because it may take more gas. It might run the gas out quicker or drain the battery quicker. So it might cost me a little bit more in terms of, wear and tear on the vehicle, but it's not actually costing the company anything to have me flip that switch and turn that heating coil on in that seat. So why are you charging me for it?
So here's one of the things, and I think that BMW and then other people have come out and clarified. So I do believe that when you are speccing your car out and you purchase it up front, if you say, I want heated seats, then they charge you for it then, and then you just have heated seats. It is if you decide 6 months later when it's cold, those heated seats would have been really nice if I would have got them. Now you pay a subscription to have the heated seats.
So my point is, so they'll put them in a car that didn't have them.
Well, they're not putting anything in. They're just literally giving you the ability to turn what's already in your car. Now, here's the thing, though. I own the car. I own the car. So just like I can take my car to an aftermarket, facility
And
and
go
have
get
them do whatever they want, can I take it to an
right.
aftermarket and have them, hey, I want you to go hack
Well,
these seats and turn this on
Turn
for
this
me?
switch on
so
with these seats.
so what was y'all doing when you talk about kids and back in the day? I know a couple of y'all had the cable with the chip in the cable box that was
Nah, we
hacking
didn't
it.
have that. I
Well,
wish
yeah,
we did. We didn't
well, we had
have
that. Well,
we
well,
didn't
let's
have no
fast forward.
cable for a
Let's
long
fast.
time.
Well, let's fast forward to right now. I know family members that's got them fire
Oh yeah,
TV
the sticks. Yep,
sticks
Mm,
the
that they
fires,
chip those.
the
Gen Z
unlocked
TV and
fire
all that kind of
stick.
stuff on there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
What they
Um,
say? What they say in Jurassic? What they say in Jurassic Park? Life finds a way. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
All
So, but
day.
I'm really curious that though
Oh,
because
folk going to figure out a way around this little loophole. If you putting
yeah,
that technology in the car anyway, and just telling me I can't turn it on, bruh, we gonna figure out how to turn it on.
um, but I'm
Definitely.
wondering how that's going to work. And the other thing too is that, well, if I don't want heated seats, if I don't want a heated steering wheel, uh, yes, I'm not paying extra to have that turned on, but I am paying for what's in the car
To have it,
because car
the
manufacturers,
ability, the
to my knowledge,
capability.
don't build cars that they don't get paid for when they sell them. So, I'm just thinking. I'm just going to make numbers up. So let's say your car costs it costs $25,000, but you don't have heated seats and heated steering wheels. To get let's say it costs 26 to have that turned on.
mm-hmm.
Well, do you think that the car company lost money selling you the car for 25 when you had no intention of ever turning it on? I think the answer to that is no. So from my standpoint, why am I being penalized? Why am I having to pay 25? Because
When
if
the
you
car
wouldn't have
should have been
had those
costing
things in there,
23,
it
right?
could
The
have
car could have
cost
cost
20.
23.
It could have cost 23, 24, 23. That's the
Mm-hmm.
point that I'm stuck on. It's like, I don't want to be charged for things that I didn't want simply because you thought it was more cost effective to just put everything in the car and then charge subscriptions
By
to have it turned
default.
on.
Right.
So,
That's a good point.
so,
Like if I
so like,
just want
so
the bare minimum, give me the bare minimum and let my butt be cold. Like
it's like,
don't be trying to grandfather me into something that I didn't ask for and then charge me for it on the back end. And it
right.
just capitalism at its finest.
So, just to recap the Tesla story, I'm not annoyed by it. I don't like it. This thing that they used to offer for free, now they don't. They're a company and they're trying to make money. And that's what they're doing. And if you're going to buy the car, there's going into it. But I just have a real problem with, so wait a minute, my car has heated seats in it and you just broke it. I now need you to hit me with the software update so that actually the thing that I already have in my car that I paid money for works. That's a little
Oh,
bit
folks gonna be
problematic for me.
jailbreaking their cars sooner rather than later.
We'll see.
Cars will be getting jailbroken like ASAP if they haven't already.